Hello everybody, this is manvspixels, back with another episode of my 2022 game diary. This week I've been playing Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, a standalone piece of extra content set after the events of Dishonored 2. I had a good live stream with it on Monday, played it over the week and completed it, so let's load in. Death of the Outsider came out in 2017 from Arcane Studios, the maker of all the previous Dishonored titles. It continues with the characters and story from Dishonored 2. You play Billy Lurk, the captain of the ship the Dreadful Whale. It's the same look, the same world, the same game style as the previous games. Straight up piece of extra content, isn't trying to remake itself into anything unfamiliar. How you feel about that will depend entirely on how you felt about the previous games. Personally, I love the previous games and there's nothing not to like about giving me more. In fact, I'm surprised there hasn't been more. There's a lot of narrative and lore, world building that's gone into this series since it debuted in 2012, but it's only spawned 2 full games in that time. Deserves more in my opinion. If you played Dishonored before, you know the drill. If not, don't start with this one. Start at the beginning with the first game to immerse yourself in the background lore, the narrative and the characters. If you're going to dive in, you'll find Death of the Outsider familiar if you've played any of the Thief or Deux Ex games from the past. They and the original Dishonored share the same DNA as well as a couple of senior developers. If you watch the live stream, you see I was very sloppy at first, getting into a lot of fights, dying after blowing my stealth, but I soon got back into the sneaky mindset. It's the way I prefer to play and is usually the best option, resorting to outright combat only after being discovered. You get the choice of lethal or non-lethal takedowns, and the more people you kill, the more cynical an ending the game gives you. But don't let that put you off, there's some very cool stabby takedown animations, it'd be a shame to miss them. As you'd expect, there's multiple ways to complete your mission objectives, various methods of entry into buildings and rooms. You can pick up clues to these by listening to conversations with the NPCs, finding written documents. You even have the ability to listen to rat whispers. And let me tell you, these rats know all sorts of interesting information. You have the powers and weapons similar to the previous games. These give you the tools to plan and execute your preferred strategy, whether it's teleporting up to an open window, impersonating a guard, or shooting electrical darts to stun enemies from a distance. It's all there for you to play with. You also have the bone charms that act as equipable power-ups, giving some ability to create a build or loadout catering to a specific play style. But I would suggest, and the game kind of reinforces this, that a full-on combat approach isn't really viable. Fighting one enemy is fine, 2 is risky, and 3 usually sends you to the death screen. My philosophy was stay stealthy as much as possible. If I aggro 1 guard, fight, 2 guards, run, 3, hit the reload key. I played it for the week and completed it, about 10 hours at a fairly slow pace. There's some replay value in trying to do a mission a different way, or completing side missions and contracts that you overlooked, and finding missing collectibles. You might also want to try to get a different ending to the main story, but I was content with the outcome I achieved. Death of the Outsider is a short but decent addition to the Dishonored series. Maybe not worth the full price of $24.99, so look out for it when it's discounted. I really do like the Dishonored series and hope for more in the future. So that was my final report on Dishonored, Death of the Outsider. Have you played it? Do you want to see more from the series? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe, and check in again on Monday for the live stream and Sunday for the video upload. I've been manvspixels, thanks for watching.